Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, I'm going to talk about a highly risky project but with a high reward potential, and this project is called the Kalata protocol or the Kala token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects that we cover in our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website kalata.io in order to learn more about this project, right? So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information presented below the coin market caps page for this token. But please bear in mind that this is going to be a very peripheral review, which means you have to do your own in-depth research before you put any of your money on this token, right? So what is Kalata protocol? Kalata protocol is a DeFi platform supported by the peer-to-pool engine, where virtually any assets can be traded, whether it's stock, commodity, or any derivatives. The system reads in stocks, commodities, asset prices via a decentralized price collateral. So what this platform basically does is, it is a platform that supports peer-to-pool engine, which is basically a system that helps trade any virtual assets, which also includes stocks, commodities, as well as derivatives. So you can basically trade any form of securities or commodities or anything like that within this platform in a fully decentralized manner on the Binance Smart Chain, because it's a platform that's existing on the Binance Smart Chain, right? So that's basically what this project is all about. But the uniqueness of this platform is that it uses peer-to-pool engine, which is quite different compared to several other derivatives or DeFi commodities trading platform that exist on the Ethereum blockchain or even in the Polygon chain, right? So that's one of the main ways by which Kalata distinguishes itself from other platforms. The system reads in stocks, commodities, asset prices via a decentralized price collateral. So again, overall, how it works is it tries to read the price of the commodities that it's actually tracking using a decentralized price collateral, which means there is some form of a collateral that makes the price of the stocks or the bonds or anything like that or derivatives on this platform be worth the price that it is right now. So let's say, for example, if a Tesla stock is worth $500 today, Kalata's platform or protocol uses a collateral in some way in a decentralized manner in order to mint a Tesla token that always is pegged to one actual Tesla stock. So it's similar to how in MakerDAO you basically have to provide an ERC20 token collateral in order to mint DAI. So the DAI is always going to be worth $1, but the collateral that it is being backed by is actually a volatile asset. It could be any ERC20 token, including Ethereum, right? So that's basically the similar concept that's working here, but it's working here for not a stable coin, but for basically any form of commodities or derivatives, right? So that's basically what this token does, and that's basically what we are looking to see when it comes to this platform, right? So issuers lock up collateral as collateral, and if asset values rise above the collateral threshold, the collateral is liquidated to ensure the solvency of the system. So let's say, for example, similar to any other lending or borrowing platform, you have a collateral that you have to deposit, which will be used to mint a stock or a bond or a derivatives, right? And if the collateral price goes up or down, depending on the fluctuations in the market price, then the collateral may potentially get liquidated in order to pay for the underlying asset that's kind of like borrowed or minted, right? So overall, it is a very risky platform which should only be used by experienced traders or experienced people who understand the risk to reward ratio. And the token itself is a risky token because it is a very new token and a very risky project because of its high volatility, and therefore overall this entire project along with this token must be taken very carefully to do your own research so that you don't really like put a lot of money and lose it right away, right? So if you are planning to use this platform, I suggest you guys to test it with a small amount of cash so that you don't lose your entire stash, right? So that's basically the risk warning that I'm providing to you guys. So overall, that's basically all that Kalata protocol does, right? So going to the platform itself, that is Kalata.io, Kalata token trading and liquidity mining is now open. Click here to begin the new financial journey. Binance Smart Chain contract address. So here is the Binance Smart Chain contract address. So if you want to buy this token, you can pretty much buy it from PancakeSwap, is the obvious location to buy it from Binance Smart Chain. But when you're doing that, please use the right contract address, which is here from the website itself, so that you basically buy the right token, right? Again, but before you buy this, make sure you do a lot of research because it is a very risky token. So Kalata protocol redefining the future of finance. So that's basically what their catchphrase is. And if you click the launch Kalata protocol, you can basically launch the dApp itself. And again, they have some pretty much generic, background graphics, which may seem quite shady to many people. And here they're describing how the Kalata protocol works. We already went through this, so you guys can basically go through this. So if you are trying to issue an asset, you need to basically provide a collateral, right? And that collateral can potentially get liquidated if the prices fluctuate significantly. So you need to be very careful about that. So as I mentioned before, Tesla, is one among the many stocks that's a popular stock that's available as a tokenized token in pretty much any of the platforms that we see in the derivatives market right now. And Kalata protocol also offers Tesla along with Amazon, Baidu. It even offers a tokenized version of Bitcoin, obviously on the Binance Smart Chain, a tokenized version of Ethereum, and even BNB on its platform. So advantages of asset tokenization. So they're talking about some of the advantages. So reduced geographical barriers. Again, this is pretty true for many people who don't really have access to NASDAQ or any form of stock exchange that is excluded from their country, right? Reduced reliance on middlemen. So again, this is a decentralized platform, so you don't really have to rely on a middleman to do trading with stocks. Enhanced accessibility through fractional ownership. Again, you can own a fraction of a Tesla stock, right? Which you can't really own necessarily if you're trying to own the actual stock itself. So that's something that you can basically take advantage of through this method. Improved asset liquidity. So obviously, since it's a decentralized platform, liquidity provision is much more cleaner and smoother compared to traditional stock exchanges, right? And increased transaction efficiency. So again, since it's a platform that's on the Binance Smart Chain platform, I think the transaction efficiency is quite high and the gas fees are also relatively low, right? And expanded investor base. So you basically have a higher investor base when you're doing it in a decentralized manner. And obviously, they forgot to mention that this is a cheaper option because there are certain stock exchanges that can have a very high fee. But when you are obviously like using decentralized versions of tokenized stocks, then you are mostly reliant on the network where it's available at, and this platform is available on the Binance Smart Chain, which means the fees are extremely low, right? So why trade on Kalata Exchange? So what are the main reasons to trade? Cross margin on any assets. Again, this is one of the key points of discussion that we were having right now, so I don't want to cover that. Zero slippage and guaranteed execution. Again, this is also a really good advantage because you don't have a lot of slippage when you're using platforms like Kalata protocol to buy derivatives or tokenized assets, and you have zero issue with the stock market. Unlike the stock market, the crypto market is operating 24 hours a day, right? So In the stock market, you only have action from 9 to 4:30 or 9 to 4 sometimes, and you have public holidays where you can't really trade stocks. But here in the decentralized world, there's no time limit or there's no restrictions. You can trade 24/7 whenever you want, even on public holidays, weekends, and so on and so forth, right? So that's a really big benefit. The value of Kala. So Kala is the native token, and obviously, Kala is the main reason why many of you guys tuned into this video. So what are the main use cases of the Kala token itself? Gaining profit. So because of inflation, Kala holders is rewarded with additional tokens, acquiring transaction fees for synthetic assets through Kalata exchange. So again, one of the main use cases is that people who provide liquidity or people who stake on the platform get rewarded with new Kala tokens, which is again an inflationary token, but it has a max supply. So we'll cover that when we go through the charts. And also any transactional fees that you want to pay can potentially be paid in the Kala tokens itself, right? So that's good. And again, Kala is the governance token of the platform. Like always, any platform that's on a particular blockchain, or if it's on an own blockchain, then they obviously have a governance token or a governance aspect associated with their utility token. Similar to that, Kala obviously is a governance token of this platform where people who hold Kala tokens can vote on on most of the proposals within the platform. So due to monetary inflation strategy, holding Kalata is rewarded with additional tokens. Again, that's something that we already covered before. Acquire transaction fees for synthetic assets in Kalata exchange. So one other thing that I forgot to mention is that obviously you can hold Kalata tokens in your wallet and get a portion of the exchange fees that's happening within the ecosystem. So by holding Kalata tokens or Kala tokens, you can basically get fees when people make transactions within the Kalata exchange, and you will be entitled to a small portion of the fees, right? So that's a really cool thing. And also here's the roadmap. Again, they have Q1 2021 roadmap. They also have pretty much on a monthly basis, they're providing updates. So if you go to September, which is the current month, prepare support for products on Solana, Near, Ethereum, Tron, Polkadot, as well as establish a Singapore team, which is to be determined. Get in contact with overseas venture capital institutions to sustain long-term cooperation with them using secondary market price. So again, this is something that's kind of undergoing right now. So we'll eventually see where they are at. I don't really think they'll be able to expand to a lot of blockchains, but it is something that they are at least aiming to achieve, which is a good thing. And you have pretty much roadmaps from other time periods as well, and you have it till December this year. So obviously they're trying to expand to as many chains as they can and trying to get support from multiple venture capitalists, as well as interact with multiple other blockchains and blockchain products, right? So that's basically it for Kalata tokens. You also have their social media information at the bottom of the page, which you can obviously access in order to learn more about this project, right? So overall, it's a very simple but kind of like a relevant project that's needed, because again, a lot of people are looking into investing in stock markets, but the problem is stock markets are usually hard and the fees are quite high, and many people in developing or even third world countries don't really have access to stock markets where they can buy Tesla, or even if they want to buy Tesla, they don't really have the funds to afford to buy a full Tesla stock because it is quite expensive. They usually can't buy fractional stocks or fractional divisions of a stock. So when these kind of situations are currently there, Kalata is offering a solution where everybody and anybody can buy any type of stocks, international or national, in a way where they are fully decentralized and there's no middleman, there's no high fees, there's no, obviously there's no reason to worry about any form of exclusion from a stock exchange and so on and so forth, right? So that's the main key fundamental use case for the Kalata project. So going back to the CoinMarketCap page, this token is currently ranked 1146th by market cap on CoinMarketCap, and it's currently trading at 38 cents per token with a 8.38% decrease in the past 24 hours. So again, it is a token that's in decline, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to cover this token, and I thought that this is a token that has a high risk to high reward ratio, which means you basically have to be extremely careful with this token, right? The market cap is only $5.8 million. Again, it is a nano cap token, which means the token has a potential, obviously, to expand really quickly when it comes to like price potential, and also crash extremely quickly as well. So you need to be extremely prepared for that. But a token with $5.8 million market cap that has a potential to offer lots of derivatives and multiple blockchains is something that you can definitely keep in your radar, right? Again, not suggesting that you should buy this token and not providing any financial advice, right? So if you take the max supply, this token has a max supply of 200 million tokens, which is 100 million tokens more than what I would potentially expect, because I prefer tokens that have a max supply of 100 million tokens or less, and this token has a max supply of 200 million tokens. Again, quite a lot for me, but at the same time, the circulating supply is also only 8% of the total token supply, which means there's going to be a lot of tokens that will be soon dumped into the market, because people who stake this token are obviously going to dump it and therefore crash the price, because it may be considered as a short-term buzz for many people. So thereby this token may potentially take some time to pump, but at the same time it is a token that you can basically earn passively just by holding a few tokens. So if you buy, let's say $100 worth of Kala tokens, it's only 38 cents, which means you can basically buy a decent amount of tokens. And I think the APYs and APRs for staking this token is quite high, so you can passively earn more Kala tokens and wait for the token price to pump, and then once it pumps, you can sell all of it or a portion of it or do whatever you want with it, right? So again, not financial advice, guys. If you go to the charts itself, you can clearly see that the token has been quite volatile in the recent times, and if you see, the token price obviously is available since 16th of August this year on CoinMarketCap, and it was currently trading at 27 cents per token before making a pump of about 45 cents per token before crashing back down, reaching 28 cents, and then going up, down, and then going up and making its actual all-time highs of about 60 cents per token before crashing back down slowly and steadily and reaching the all-time lows of about 28 cents per token on the 6th of September. And then it's kind of been pumping in the past couple of weeks or past couple of days and reached a 48 cents relative highs before crashing straight back down to its current price point of 38 cents, right? I would probably say that this token can easily go below the 35 cents mark, and when the token price goes below 35 cents mark, you can obviously have a look, or you can probably see if this is a good token to dollar cost average in. Again, as I suggested, please do not buy a large volume of this token, because this token is extremely volatile. You will lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing, right? So you need to be very careful with this. If you're buying this token at this price point, obviously you need to be willing to take the chances of this token going further low. But if you do want to wait for this token to go lower, I can see this token going all the way up to like 28 or 20 or 30 cents per token, which is a good price point to get in, because once this token goes down, it can go up easily, because this token has clearly demonstrated a pump and dump and pump and dump pattern, right? You can definitely take advantage of this pattern if you know what you're doing. So that's my suggestion, guys. But if you see the Bitcoin compared to another hand, you can clearly see that this token was obviously worth 5,700 satoshis per token initially, and it was it pumped immediately to a price of about 8,700 satoshis before crashing back down to a price point of about 640 satoshis, and then it reached an all-time highs of about 11,000 satoshis before going back down to like 750 satoshis, and then it kind of went back up to about 1,000 satoshis, and now it's at 800 satoshis per token. So again, this token is a really good opportunity to buy both you basically can wait, but if you want to buy this token at this price point, you will still make a decent profit. But again, you can hold off and buy this token below the kind of like 700 satoshis or 800 or 650 satoshis per token mark. You can dollar cost average in at this price point. When it comes to dollar comparative, you can basically wait till the token breaks below the 35 to 30 cents range, right? Again, that's just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. If you take the markets itself, you can obviously get this token from PancakeSwap. I think PancakeSwap is one of the highest liquidity providers for this token. Be careful because PancakeSwap obviously has some glitches sometimes, so make sure that you choose the right contract address for this token, because you can easily buy this token from PancakeSwap using BUSD. There's also BabySwap, which is also a less well-known DEX or AMM, where you can get this token with USDT. You can also get it from Kalata protocol itself using BUSD, right? So all of these are available on the Binance Smart Chain. And as you can see, not a lot of centralized exchange or no centralized exchanges has actually listed this token yet, which means this token is quite early. Obviously, this token is a really good short-term play. I wouldn't really personally recommend this token for a long term, because there's so many platforms that are much better than this token for long term. I would only consider this as a short-term play, right? So if you want to consider this token as a long-term play, that's on you. But please do a lot of research, because it's a very risky token. I think this token can easily reach its all-time highs by the end of this bull run. And I think it has the potential to even go touch the 80 cents to $1 mark if we are lucky, right? But as more and more tier 3 and tier 4 centralized exchanges start listing this token, the price of this token can pump a little bit higher. But I don't think this token is going to make any predictable pumps. But once it makes a pump, it's going to pump quite hard, and that's the time to sell your tokens, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you liked my video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.